A grand legacy or a taxing affair? Right, so you're sitting in your local enjoying a pint of Guinness. Life is good, yeah? Then bam! You inherit your Auntie Maureen's prized possession, a ceramic leprechaun collection. Now, we're not talking about a few dusty figurines here. We're talking hundreds, maybe thousands of these little fellas, each more mischievous looking than the last. Naturally, you're over the moon until you remember the taxman. In Ireland, you see, even inheriting a legion of leprechauns can come with a hefty tax bill. The government, bless their cotton socks, wants a piece of the pie. But don't worry, there are limits to their generosity. You can inherit a certain amount tax-free. For children, it's a decent chunk of change, but for the rest of us, well, let's just say it wouldn't buy you a castle in Connemara. The crack is, these tax-free amounts are lifetime limits. So, if your dear old Auntie Maureen gifted you a few lucky leprechauns over the years, and you, shall we say, forgot to mention it to the revenue commissioners, well, that could come back to haunt you faster than a banshee on a windy night. The art of forgetting a gift. Now, we Irish are known for our charm, our wit, and our, selective memory, especially when it comes to gifts from generous relatives. A little something here, a little something there. It's easy to lose track, right? Sure, it was only a tenner in a birthday card. We tell ourselves no harm, no foul. But the thing is, those little forget-me-nots can add up faster than pints on a Friday night. And when the time comes to settle up with the taxman, well, let's just say those forgotten gifts might as well be wearing little green suits and carrying pots of gold. The revenue commissioners, they're a clever bunch. They've caught wind of our little forgetting habit. They reckon some of us might be playing fast and loose with the rules, conveniently overlooking a few quid here and there. And they're not best pleased, let me tell you. Revenue wants to know everything. So what's a nation of forgetful gift givers to do? Well, the powers that be, those wise souls advising the government, have come up with a plan. A plan that involves, wait for it, more paperwork. They're suggesting that every gift over a certain amount, even a tenner from your granny, should be reported to the revenue. That's right, every last cent. Transparency, they call it. Keeps everyone honest, they say. Now, I don't know about you, but the thought of reporting every fiver Auntie Maureen slips me for a wee dram fills me with dread. It's enough to drive you to drink, really. And we all know where that leads. More gifts to report. It's a vicious cycle, I tell you. The truth is, this whole inheritance tax business is enough to make your head spin faster than a fiddle at a chalet. The rules, they're about as clear as a pint of Guinness after you've had a few too many. One minute you think you've got it all figured out, the next you're knee-deep in tax forms, wondering if you should have just emigrated to a desert island with a lifetime supply of Tayto crisps. It's a headache, no doubt. And it's not just the forgetting that's the problem. Sometimes we just plain don't understand the rules. We're good people, us Irish. We want to do the right thing. But when the tax system is about as easy to navigate as a bog in a hailstorm, well, mistakes are bound to happen. So, what's the solution? Well, if I had the answer to that, I'd be running the country instead of cracking jokes on the telly. But I do know this. We need a system that's fair. A system that doesn't punish people for a bit of forgetfulness or a lack of understanding. We need a system that strikes a balance between collecting the taxes we need to keep the country running and not driving its citizens to drink, or worse, to emigrate. Maybe it's time for a national conversation. Let's sit down, have a pint or a cuppa if that's your poison, and figure this out together. After all, we're all in this together, right? Except for Auntie Maureen's ceramic leprechauns. Remember, like and subscribe. Cheers.